Hello and welcome back to Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where last time we learned that Kira is still alive. She managed to miraculously survive the flames, which makes me think that everybody who was ever doused into those flames probably survived, because we know Maya's still alive because future games exist. So if Maya survived and Kira survived, then it's practical to assume that those flames are just bullshit, and everyone that gets loaded into them doesn't actually die. Now, I don't know why that is or what the purpose is, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Oh, Mr. Wright, Luke. I heard a loud bang coming from the town. Did something happen there?
Yes.
There was a huge explosion! Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Miraculously.
An explosion?
We don't know for certain, but I said, well, no, you know it was an explosion. Whether or not it was a dangerous explosion, it could have literally just been, like, I don't know, a kitchen incident, like a cooking accident. But, and not like an explosive that was detonated, but either way, it was an explosion that occurred.
Magic, you say? Oh yeah, that reminds me. You're not going to believe who we just ran into. Miss Kira! Kira? But that can't be right. I mean, she...
Wait a minute, guys. Can I just say something?
Yes, what is it?
I still can't believe it myself, but Luke and I definitely saw Kira in town today.
Couldn't she have been brought back with magic somehow?
I don't think so. Remember, Inquisitor Barnum says that no magic exists.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Regardless, the reality is Kira should have been burned after the trial, but is somehow now alive again. That means, as crazy as it sounds, there's still hope.
You mean there's a chance Maya's still alive?
Just put that together now, did you, Luke?
What?
That's right.
Maya's still alive? Are you absolutely certain, Mr. Wright?
I think so. I mean, if magic isn't the reason for Kira's sudden reappearance, then there's only one place we really need to investigate.
I think I know. The fire cage back at the courtroom, right?
Exactly. I have a hunch there's more to that cage than meets the eye. I bet if we search that place inside and out, we're bound to uncover some kind of huge secret.
We should hurry then.
Yeah, there's just one small problem. We've got the entire knighthood looking for us. How can we sneak back in there without getting caught?
Aha! I've got it! Because I discovered a secret passageway that I have no idea how I could possibly have known about it, but still, I found it. You've told me about a hidden...
Well, ain't that just dandly convenient? Great. When did she tell you about that?
Aha! Anyway, we should get going, right?
When did... Wonderful. Okay, well, it says talk to Rouge. Do we have to? Can we just go? Well, may as well talk to her.
Oh, boy. What's with all the commotion? Did I hear someone say there was an explosion in town? That's right, Miss Rouge. No one was hurt, but a few stalls were destroyed. Huh. Is that so? Miss Rouge, what do you think will happen to that street stall owners now that their stalls are gone? We probably won't be able to open the stalls for a while. I said we ought to look on the bright side. At least no one was hurt, right? With the townsfolk and my little group of good-for-nothings here helping out, everything will be rebuilt in no time. A little hard work wouldn't hurt the lazy bums, trust me. Don't you worry about the townsfolk. Just leave them to me. You have your own things to be thinking about. Well, are you headed out or what? Yes, if that's all right. I'm terribly sorry for leaving you in the middle of helping you, Miss Rouge. It's fine. Don't you worry your pretty little head over to Spella. Thank you so much, Miss Rouge, for everything. All right. Don't get all mushy on me. Just get out there and get it done.
Okay, let's return to the courthouse. Using this secret passageway that Luke just knows about, apparently. Alright, let's head back into the courthouse. I mean, I feel like there would still be knights en route to the courthouse that would stop you, but alright. Well, looks like the knights haven't tried searching for us out here, huh? So where do we go now?
We take the hidden passage into the courtroom, of course. Spella, you remember it, right? You mean the passage we used to escape yesterday? That's right. Luke, how was it you know about the secret passage anyway? I had no idea such a thing could exist here in the courtroom. Well, it was hidden with a puzzle.
Of course it was.
But I closed the door to be on the safe side. All I have to do is solve the puzzle again to open the way.
Alright, so you capable hands then, Luke.
Right, the answer's right over there.
But you didn't answer the question. You answered how you opened it. The question was, how did you get in? Wrong. The question was, how did you know about this place? Which is a question you still yet to answer. The passageway to the courtroom must be around here somewhere. The floor panel hiding the... Wait, what? It was... Okay. So first you say that it was... That the door itself was blocked by a puzzle. Now you say that to find the door you have to solve a puzzle. Okay. Wonderful. The passageway to the courtroom must be around here somewhere. Mr. Wright and I only have to cross one or two of the stone bridges to get there. Okay. Its neighboring panels don't have flags. Well, there aren't that many flags, so that doesn't really help. Its sides directly touch only two other panels. Only two other panels. Okay, well that narrows it down very significantly. Okay. So to find the correct spot. Okay, so it has to be somewhere that they can cross. So you can go. So the max distance is 1, 2, or 1, 2. So it has to be one of these three, or 1, 2, or these. Luke's a bit more of a problem. 1, 2, okay, this might be a bit okay, let's ignore that clue for now. So the other clue, the other clues that it has to be 2 neighboring panels. Okay, so it can't be. This connects to more than that, as does this one. So actually, never mind. It can't be any of these. So it's not nothing on this side. We're not looking for anything over here. So it has to be one of these. And it has to be this one, I think. Right, okay. Wait. Is it? Oh, it's individual panels. Oh, okay, so it's definitely this one then. Okay. So it's not these, the neighboring islands on a flag, it's neighboring panels. Okay, so it's definitely this one then. I think, anyway.
This is my answer.
Okay.
Oh, let me do the next one too.
Success! We found it. This should lead us straight into the courtroom.
There it is! There, it's open. Now we can head inside.
A job well done, Ace Apprentice. Now let's hurry in. I hope there aren't any trials ongoing right now. That'd be really unfortunate. And inconvenient and unlucky. It's really cramped in here.
We're almost there, Mr. Wright.
Are you alright, Spell? Not long now.
Yes, I'm fine.
Man, I hate these dark, narrow spaces. I guess I'm a little bit claustrophobic.
Oh, I can see light.
Whoa!
Wah!
Ouch, that smarts. A secret engine's in the ceiling, huh? What are the odds? So it's not the same thing then, because the one that Luke used took him directly into the courtroom.
Doesn't look like we can go out the way we came in, does it?
Let's not focus on how we'll go back for the time being.
Yes, you're up. Where do we end up exactly? Looks like one of the cells underneath the courtroom. Huh? I'm sorry, I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. But we should get to the courtroom if we continue straight from here.
Miss Grey Earl?
Miss Grey Earl. You're okay. Miss Cantabella, are you unharmed?
Thank goodness. We were also worried about you. So it looks like they didn't feed you to the flames after all.
It's all due to your brilliant defense work.
Well,
To argue that, even if I was a witch, I still did not commit the crime. Your words seem to have a profound effect on the judge and somehow changed his mind. I'm currently awaiting my new sentence instead of being sent to the flames. I am truly, truly thankful to you.
It was nothing. I'm just glad I was able to help you.
What? Phoenix gets credit for something in this game?
Whew! Wowzers!
And yet, I must also apologize to you.
Huh?
For what happened to Miss Faye. It was truly tragic, and I was the cause of all it. Simply thinking back on it is difficult. Miss Grail, that's something you really should know. What? What do you mean? Earlier today in town, we saw someone who we thought had been sent to the flames. We saw Miss Kira. What did you just say? But if I remember correctly, there's no magic that can bring the dead back to life. Yep, that's right. And I imagine there isn't anything in alchemy that can do that either, is there? Master Baduk always used to say, alchemy is logical, its very existence is tied to the natural order of the world. To break that rule is to try and swim against the tide of Mother Nature herself. Therefore, the dead cannot be returned to the world of the living. That is the natural order of the world. I see! There's one more thing. Bringing the dead back to life violates all logic. Yet if what you say is true and you did in fact see Miss Kira today, then I imagine you believe there has to be some manner of trickery present that can supposedly bring back the dead. That means the reason you have all put yourselves in great danger coming here is so you can find out the true nature of this trickery, specifically the fire cage. That's incredible, Miss Grail. That's exactly why we're here. We're going to inspect that fire cage inside and out to see if there's anything strange about it. The Chamber of Fire is located just past the waiting area. However, there may be guards stationed there at the moment. Getting past them undetected is going to be rather difficult. That would be my fault. I accidentally just down the wrong path.
Taking the wrong path is how we ended up meeting Miss Grey Earl, Luke.
Huh? He's right, Luke. We were able to meet her thanks to you.
Oh my god, do not...
I agree. I'm glad we all managed to meet again. Really? Aha!
Well, anyway, we've got to think about how we can get past those guards.
If it pleases you, I ask that you leave those guards to me, Mr. Wright. Huh? I'll draw their attention. Then,
wait, the guards that are positioned at the courtroom entrance are also in charge of dealing with prisoners? Okay. But Miss Grey Earl, we wouldn't want to get you into any more trouble.
Not at all. Nothing I can do will ever repay you for what you've done for me. Please allow me the honor of assisting you this once.
Alright, we won't forget this, Miss Grey Earl.
Guards, please, it's most urgent.
What?
What is going on in there? It's coming from the Death Nail dungeon. Hurry!
You'd think there'd be guards in the dungeon itself, but... okay. That rat has been jumping down from wherever it jumps down from and crawling underneath that bench every time we've been in here. Looks like she did it, they're gone.
It would seem all the guards bolted off in the direction of the cells when we heard her voice. Let's head inside before they come back!
Right, come on, let's go. Fire pit mechanism, also known as, you know, the courtroom. But, whatever. Oh dear.
So here we are again!
Don't worry, Luke, it's different this time. Last time there was nothing but despair, but this time there's a glimmer of hope.
Right you are! Let's try and find some clues now that there isn't anyone inside this contraption. Isabel's right, let's finally get to the bottom of this!
Yeah, let's get started. How about we start by checking out the area around the contraption? Okay, so that defense just went right out the window. Something that people told me is that, oh, well, the reason why they dropped Maya into the flames was because they couldn't see that she was in the cage. And admittedly, it was hard for us to kind of, well, not hard, but it took, in order for us to figure out if that was a valid defense, we had to look at the scene and say, okay, so based on where Phoenix runs, where is this lever in relation to the courtroom? And we deduced, or I deduced that the lever had to be in the foreground of the scene because that's where Phoenix ran towards. And the cage has to also be in the foreground because logically speaking, if we can't see it in the wide shot of the courtroom, then it's obviously not anywhere there. It has to be behind the camera, which is in the foreground. So I thought, okay, maybe the levers. So at best case scenario for the idea that this makes sense is that the lever, you have to turn around from the lever to face the cage, but it's even worse than that because apparently the lever directly faces the cage. So there's no way in hell that they didn't see Maya in that cage when they dropped it. But whatever. Okay, well, I guess we'll just start examining the whole thing. I remember seeing a knight pull this lever here last time.
Maybe we should give it a pull. That way we'll be able to see from here if anything changes or moves. Good idea, Spanner, let's give it a shot! It won't budge!
Luke, do you need me to give it a shot?
It's not that... it just keeps getting stuck halfway!
It stops halfway?
Perhaps... maybe it doesn't move unless someone's inside the cage?
That's a possibility. So that failsafe is in place. Wow, okay. But who in their right mind would be crazy enough to go inside?
I'll go inside, Mr. Wright.
Spell, no way I'm gonna let you get inside the thing. We've been trying to keep you out of the fire, remember? I'll do it. Granted, I'm not a big fan of heights, but... but there has to be some sort of trick to this whole thing. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Mr. Wright!
What's up, Luke?
I'll get inside! Please let me go inside and try it out! Luke. It's just like Mr. Wright said. There's a hidden trick behind this device. I think still I believe in Mr. Wright.
You're not letting the child go into the cage. Yeah, but you really shouldn't be putting yourself in harm's way.
It's no problem for it.
You're not letting Luke get into the cage. No. No, why would you... Phoenix, what are you doing? Alright, Luke, are you ready?
Wait, whenever you are. Luke, be careful. Don't worry, Speller. Remember what Miss Grano said earlier? It's impossible to bring back people from the dead. So that means the whole thing must be fake. Yes, you're right.
Okay, here we go. How would it even sense that exactly? Because, okay, if it's the only way it could possibly detect if someone's inside the cage is if it's weight sensitive, which means you could just put a heavy object in there and it would accomplish the same effect.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Wright, just pull it.
No, it's not. It's this lever. Looks like it's actually a puzzle if you can believe that.
What?
Puzzle 49, a hot secret. Okay. Incorrectly placed parts are preventing the mechanism from working. Line up the cogs from each of the parts to the circular marks in the device, and correctly place all 6 parts inside the device. Okay. Sounds easy enough. So do we just have to... do we just have to link them all together? I guess I'll probably switch the screens around for this one. So I'm guessing we just have to link all these things together, which is easier said than done, obviously. Kind of matches this outline. Not perfectly, though. It's still missing something up at the top. But we might be able to fill in that gap with this, maybe? Yeah, that works, okay. So that fills in that gap. This kind of looks like it might fit down here. Yeah, that goes, okay. But I'm still missing this. I need something. Oh, wait, this. Because it's super long and it fits in there right perfectly. Okay, so now we just need the two on the right. This one probably goes down here, because it fits the bottom part, and this one would loop up top, and that completes the mechanism. There we go. Well,
The answer here is obvious.
we just seal Luke in.
Puzzle solved. Take that.
With a dull thud, the cage begins to lower.
Oh no, Luke.
Luke, are you alright? I mean, the fire's not on, so there's nothing to... Okay.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Mr. Wright, did you hear that? It's Luke.
We hear you loud and clear, Luke.
I'm alright. Why don't you let me knock here yourselves? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Should we go to see what's down there?
Just like we thought, there's definitely something fishy behind this contraption, which means Maya must be... Alright, let's go, Espella.
Okay.
I mean, it could be that just the... Like, it's instead of making it so that you can't get out, it just protects you from the flames, and then you just shoot straight through the fire. Like, you move fast enough so that it doesn't affect you, you just shoot straight through the fire down to a hidden room below.
Ah!
And onto a bale of hay. Where there's a horse waiting to... Oh! Okay, there's a horse with a wagon waiting... Okay. Wait, how did Luke get out of the... I guess maybe the floor dropped out from underneath him.
I'm so sorry, you okay, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, I'm fine, Spell. I'm pretty used to breaking people's falls. I wonder where we ended up.
Oh, Mr. Wright, look, I think someone's coming.
This is bad. There's no way we can hide. Jump inside the wagon.
Hey, there's a wagon. Maybe we can hide inside.
Huh? Well, I guess, but it looks like kind of a tight fit for all three of us, doesn't it?
The wagon's cargo was all over the place. Oh no, they're getting closer. No problem, the Professor's apprentice is on the job.
Okay, tight squeeze. 50. Ooh, kicking it up a notch. Someone is coming. You'll have to hide inside the wagon before he spots you. Looks as if it's going to be a tight fit with 3 people plus the wagon's cargo. It will take some rearranging to fit everything. There are a few ways to solve this puzzle, but it might be easier if Phoenix and... Wow. Didn't even let me use a hint coin to find that hint there, game. So, is it another sliding block puzzle? I'm guessing it's probably... Okay, this is definitely a sliding block puzzle. Actually, have we... I think... Have we only had one of these so far? I think we might have only had one of these throughout the entire game so far. So, I think it was the one with the sun and the moon. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of time, because I don't know how long it's gonna be. We've been at this for quite a while already, so I'm gonna speed this part up. I mean, some of you are literally going to have boxes crushing you inside, but, you know, it may not be the most comfortable ride, but at least everyone's well hidden. Just where is this wagon headed? I have no idea.
Oh, what's this? I don't remember there being this much cargo. Hehe. Oh well, these old eyes must be playing tricks on me again.
Yeah, that's what it is. Phew. Looks like we're in the clear.
Hey, I've seen that old lady before.
Wait, really? When?
When I first arrived in Labyrinthia, the Professor and I woke up right here in this wagon.
So you mean this driver is...
Yeah, she's the same old lady that was driving the wagon last time.
In that case, you think this wagon might be able to take us outside of the town?
Maybe the witches that were burned alive were transported somewhere in this wagon.
You could be right.
Then Maya could be...
Okay, so she is alive, as, I mean, no surprise. Oh, what is that? Oh, whoa, okay. Just an army of, oh. What? What? You've gotta be kidding me!
Intervene. You see, protecting a young lady in distress is the duty of every gentleman.
Professor!
Are you all right, Miss Fay?
Oh, excuse me, that's the sound of me beating my head against the back of my chair. What? Oh my god. Okay. Well, where does one begin? Okay, so first and foremost, I can buy the fact that that Maya would have survived the fire and then is running away, or with the wagon or whatever. So that makes sense for her to be wherever the hell we are. But Layton, my friend, you were turned into a golden statue. You should not be here right now, my friend. You were out of this game a long time ago. Why did you come back? And more importantly, how did you come back? You should not be here right now, Layton. And then we have the good old-fashioned, oh, he's a master of jujitsu now, freaking kung fu master, karate chop action, Professor Layton over here. Just one more thing to add to the list of skills that Layton has. Although apparently we need to add running to Maya's list of skills. That's because I don't know how the hell she was able to run as fast as she could with sandals. But again, it's this game, just nothing makes sense anymore. Layton's here. Why is he here? I don't know. Why is he a master karate chop action figure? How is he not a golden statue?
Professor, what are you doing here?
Good question.
We shall speak later. It's best we make our way out of here. Now then, which one of you is first?
Oh, okay, tough guy.
Huh? They're not doing anything. You think maybe your impressive stick work scared them stiff?
Either way, now is our chance. Come, let's head into the forest. We should be able to lose them there.
Also, if they were still there, why didn't you just run away immediately? Oh, a puzzle. We have some puzzle to escape. Ooh. Let me guess, we have to move them both, like, moving one of them will move both of them? Ooh, cool, I like this already. Mysterious road figures seem to be circling the area. The lanterns allow them to see 3 spaces in front of them. Guy Professor Layton to the bottom exit. Oh. So we can move them individually? Keep in mind that whenever either of them moves 1 space, all the road figures get the most of their respective. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a thing where we move one of them. Kind of like Capcom and Treasure Tracker, where you eat a double cherry and it splits Toad into 2, and then you move both of them at once. So kind of like that, but I guess not. Okay. So we have to sneak to the exits. Okay. So I can switch between Layton and Maya freely. Okay. So, well, Layton can only move left right now. Now he can move down. I probably shouldn't. But I could. So I can't move Layton anywhere now, I don't think, because that's gonna draw the attention of. Unless I can get wait, let me see if I can get him to turn around. Can I bait this guy into turning around with Maya? Maybe not. You know, I'm gonna take a chance. Because Layton's now trapped between a rock and a hard place, so one of these people has to turn around when I move here, right? Yep, call it. Okay, so now I can follow you around, like this. And just keep on moving along. So Layton's moving to the bottom, and Maya needs to get up to the top. So Layton seems safe for the time being, so let's see if we can move Maya some places now. So how do we have to... I'm gonna circle around for a little bit to try to get you out of here. Are you gonna turn around? Yes, you are. Okay. So let's just... Can I follow you down now? This might be bad. I'm gonna keep going. I don't think... I'm not in the line of sight. Just get out of here. That was close. That was very close. Okay. Just keep you moving this way. Please move forward. Okay, good. I think we have a straight shot to the exit. Just move past all of you, and we are... Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. She's up here now. She's safe. She's safe up here. Nothing can harm her up here now. But actually, let's not get her up. Let's not make her leave right away. Because if we send her out right now, then we can't. Because Maya's safe in that little box up there. She can't be harmed by anything. So she's just one move away from victory. But so if we keep her up there and like keep moving her up and down like this, we can use her to try to distract the guards so that we can safely get Layton out of here like this, and then switch back to Maya and get her out like that. Perfect!
Let's see if I've proven myself. That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Cool puzzle. That was indeed an intriguing puzzle, Professor Layton. For once, we see eye to eye on something. Now, how about you tell me about those fencing skills you picked up a minute ago? And yes, you're gonna say, oh, well, he was a swordsman in Diabolical Box, which, yep, technically speaking, it's internally consistent with its own rules. Doesn't make the fact that he can do it any less dumb, and also I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of karate chop action mixed in there as well. Also, they exited the forest on two opposite sides, so, good luck reuniting.
That's a relief. I don't see anyone following us.
Not quite, Miss Faye. I'm afraid we cannot be so sure just yet. It'll be safer if we continue on ahead. Now then, follow my lead.
You got it, Professor.
Okay, so now we're going to the village outskirts. This place just keeps expanding.
We should be safe here. Miss Faye, are you hurt?
Nope, I'm right as rain. Thank you for saving me back there. You look like you're all back to normal, Professor. Not as shiny and way more talkative.
What do you mean by back to normal?
You returned to gold, Professor. Someone cast a magic spell on you.
A magic spell? On me, you say?
Let me refresh your memory. You remember the witch that appeared when we were in Mr. Belluke's house, don't you?
Indeed. So you're saying that was when a magic spell was cast on me?
That's right. You were super golden and super shiny.
Super shiny and golden. Most fascinating.
Do you not remember any of that?
Sadly, I do not. To tell you the truth, I have no recollection of what happened to me then. It seems I lost consciousness, and when I regained consciousness, I was already in this forest.
So then, do you think maybe they carried you here after the trial?
After the trial? That must mean...
Yup, you were the unfortunate victim of witchcraft in that trial, Professor.
How extraordinary. Miss Faye, could you please bring me up to date on everything that happened after my disappearance? What about Luke and Mr. Wright? Are they okay? I recall Luke and I heading to Sir Duke's house. We thought he and Mr. Wright were in danger.
Yeah, I think they're alright. So much has happened. Where do I even start?
Did I hear you correctly? You said that one of my arms broke off.
Yep, the right arm. Snappo.
And so, Miss Faye, you were charged with using magic.
Yep, that's right. And then Luke cried his little eyes out. And then the parent on Luke's head testified his little beak off.
That must have been quite the sight. But I must say, the situation has certainly piqued my interest. I see. My apologies, Miss Faye. Had I had the strength at the time, I could have been more... Oh, shut up, Layton.
No way, Professor, you saved me just a moment ago.
And quite a close call it was. By the way, Miss Faye, why are you in this forest?
That is a very good question. Nick managed to prove my innocence, but I still ended up being thrown into the fire.
You were found innocent yet still sent to the fire?
Well, anyway, so much weird stuff has happened since then.
It would seem so, yes.
But it's strange. There must have been more to that cage I was trapped in. Like a trick or something.
A trick?
Yeah, the cage dropped down through the chamber and then came to a stop just above a wagon. That wagon was how I ended up here.
It would seem there was more to that fire chamber than I originally thought.
Then when I saw those things, I tried to get away. But as you saw back there, they found me. I thought I was a goner.
And that is when I appeared in this is this correct?
Yep, that's right.
Is something the matter, Miss Faye?
It's Nick. He must be worried sick. Oh, I mean, I was thrown in the fire right before his eyes.
Yes, I'm also concerned about Luke. You shouldn't be. However, I believe that Luke and Mr. Wright are certain to sense something is amiss and solve this mystery. We're sure to all meet up again soon.
Yeah, you're right, Professor.
For the time being, let's investigate this place as much as possible.
Investigate?
Indeed, this forest appears to be full of secrets. First I was turned into gold in a book to find myself here, and then you, Miss Faye, were transported here from the courtroom, under the illusion of having been put to the fire. Perhaps this forest.
Oh great, they found us.
Uh-oh! How'd they manage to find us so fast? What'd you do, Professor?
It appears they were lying in ambush. I'm afraid an altercation here is unavoidable.
These guys look like they've been hitting the gym. They're a lot bigger than the others.
Indeed. Leave this to me. Now, please step back, Miss Faye.
Oh please, please give me a cutscene of Layton just kicking the crap out of people. Please give me something else to make fun of.
Now, just what is all this commotion?
Oh. Okay, time to go. Nope, time to go. I'm head out. See you later. No, this is where we say goodbye. This is where we take a break for the day. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Nah. That's the that there's the Great Witch Bazella. We don't need to. Nah. Did you? We don't. Nah, we don't. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. We don't need to. Nah.
So what exactly do you think you're doing? Answer me.
Forgive us, oh great witch.
What? That's the witch from last time. What's she doing here? Now, isn't this a strange sight? Two visitors from the witch trials, a victim and an accused. Strange indeed.
Come again? It was your fault we were part of those trials in the first place, you witch!
My, this one has some fight in her. Relax, I do not plan to harm you two.
This marks the third time we have now met. Tell me, what exactly are you planning?
What? Professor, you two have met 3 times?
Yes, I first met her in London, prior to arriving on Labyrinthia, of course.
Haha, that's right. Now enough, stand down. These two are considered guests. You are not to lay a finger on them, is that clear? Make sure the rest of the Shades get that message.
Shades? Are they those creepy people in the weird robes?
Yes, mistress, as you command, O Great Witch.
Great Witch? You didn't put that together until now?
There is no need to be alarmed, you may relax.
I'm afraid I cannot oblige, not as long as you are here. Tell me, what are you?
You know, from what I hear, you're a big fan of solving puzzles and mysteries, are you not? Then by all means, go ahead. You are free to investigate the Eldritch Woods to your heart's content.
The Eldritch Woods?
The answers to your questions are here. You are free to seek them.
And you do not plan on having us captured?
You'll have to excuse the Shades' earlier behavior. They can be a bit overzealous at times. They were simply doing what was requested of them. Their task, as they call it. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family, as it were.
So that explains why we saw Kira in the robes earlier.
A member of the Shades? What does that mean?
Like I said, you should seek out the answers for yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another engagement with a visitor of mine.
A visitor?
Until next time, Professor Herschel Layton.
Great.
She disappeared. So Professor, the Great Witch they mentioned, they must be referring to her, right? She has to be Vizela.
The Great Witch Priscilla, if that woman were her. That would make Eldritch Woods the home of all witches.
It just keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. So then that means the Shades or whatever are witches?
That is what we must find out. I believe there may be a very important clue or two hidden within this forest. There must be some reason why this forest has been kept a secret from the citizens of Labyrinthia. I must also wonder why this Great Witch is simply allowing us to do as we wish. It is slightly concerning.
Well, there's no point looking at a gift horse in the mouth. I just say we take her offer and check this place out. That way we'll rack up a ton of clues by the time we reunite with Nick. And since we'll be working together, I'll act as your temporary Luke. Right you are, Professor.
Haha, well done. Thank you very much, Miss Faye. Now then, let us begin our investigation.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Professor.
Okay. Well, there's some more mysteries work done. Okay, well, my first priority is going to be to talk to you, because I guess we're probably going to get the most information out of you.
Excuse me, we wanted to ask you a question real quick. What exactly do you do in this forest?
We live to serve the mistress and carry out her orders. Our tasks. The mistress speaks, we obey.
Tasks? Is that like your job?
Yes, my task is to assist all newly initiated Shades.
Assist? Newly initiated Shades?
That must have something to do with what the Great Witch said earlier. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family.
Although my task is made much more difficult when they run away. Why do they always run away? But we will not chase after you again. It is the mistress's orders.
I see. So you do everything the Great Witch commands.
Hey, I bet you guys are always fighting over the good tasks, huh? Who would want to get stuck doing the Great Witch's laundry?
Oh, Maya. Never change.
Seriously though, you guys were really close to turning me into a Shade earlier. I'm seriously glad the Professor came along when he did.
Lovely chat. Okay. I guess we're gonna go to the Shades Village. Because that's apparently a thing that exists. Welcome to Smurf Town. Or whatever. What's the Smurf Village called? Is it just called Smurf Village? I don't know, it's been years since it's been like, almost 10 years since I've seen anything Smurfs related.
Do you think this is where the Shades live? It looks kind of like a village.
It would appear so. They seem to lead a very simple lifestyle.
But they look so magical and fantastical. I figured they live somewhere way more, well, magical and fantastical.
Now that you mention it, they don't appear capable of using magic, do they?
I guess if they did that, they'd only end up back at the witch trials.
Remember, they may be the law, that may be the law within Labyrinthia, but the Great Witch rules this forest. it is doubtful that such a law would exist here.
Oh, that's true. You think we should tell them to just let loose? I bet they have some really flashy spells.
Let us focus our efforts on looking around the village first. There appears to be a path leading out the other side too. Okay, again, I'm just gonna talk to people, and see what we can learn.
All I can do is carry my tasks the best I can and hope that one day I may be allowed to return to the town.
Return? What do you mean?
I am not too sure myself. It's something I was told when I was arrived. The Great Witch keeps a record of all the tasks we successfully complete. Then when our accomplishments outnumber our failures, she will consider returning us to the town. That's what I believe, and that is why I continue to toil away at my tasks.
So does this mean that these guys aren't witches? From the sound of his voice, it would seem this particular shade is male. However, according to what you told me earlier, all witches here are female.
So then who exactly are these shades? Say, who are you?
My, how very direct.
A shade's a shade. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, that wasn't really helpful.
Perhaps you can tell us what your particular task is.
That I cannot tell you. Most shades' tasks are closely guarded secrets.
Lovely. That was of no use to us whatsoever. How about this guy? So you got anything better for us?
So how's the task going?
Working hard? Working hard or hardly working, eh, Mac?
Huh? Oh, task? Well, duh, of course we are. Speaking of which, what's your task? My task is to prepare food for everyone. I'm actually trying to come up with a menu for today. I wouldn't exactly call my cooking appetizing or edible, but I must do what our mistress commands. Remind us not to stop by for dinner. Did you say something? To me? Nope, not a thing. Hey, good luck. Try not to blow up the kitchen.
Oh, Maya, never change. Okay, well, you're all useless, so I guess... Where else can we go? Over here, okay. Cool, let's go here. Are you gonna be more helpful than the last 3 people we talked to? I certainly hope so.
I'm terrible at my task. The worst. I'm even more terrible at following orders. One small misstep and it'll be my fault. We have a serious situation on our hands. I feel sick just thinking about it.
A serious situation? What kind of task do you have exactly?
I can't say. The only thing I can say is that I'm terrible at it. Why are you so nervous anyway? It's because she's watching. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. Mansion? You mean the Great Witch lives nearby? On the other side of the river. It's quite far, but she can see our every move.
So it's across the river then?
Professor, we're sure to run into her again there. Where she lives, after all.
The best course of action may be to try and make our way there. There are still many questions to be answered.
Yeah, then we'll finally see if she's the real deal or not, right, Professor?
Excuse me. That's right, Miss Faye. Let us make our way across the river.
Great. We have a new destination.
Whoa! Check out the beautiful scenery, Professor.
This is quite an open space, isn't it? Looking across the river, the Great Witch's mansion is slightly visible.
Yeah, you can just about make out the roof from here. You think that Labyrinthia could be, you think that waterfall could be Labyrinthia's outer wall?
It is quite possible, which would mean these Eldritch Woods must be located directly outside Labyrinthia.
Huh? But isn't that kind of strange? The people inside Labyrinthia said that nothing exists inside the town, didn't they?
Yeah, well, the people in Divergent said the same thing. Look at how that turned out.
Yes, quite. I too have heard that townsfolk make such assertions. In fact, the very gate we used to enter Labyrinthia disappeared as soon as we passed it. I believe there must be some kind of a trick behind it.
Looks like we have quite a lot to discuss with little Miss Great Witch, don't we?
That we do. Let us continue, Miss Faye.
Oh, I forgot to... When did I switch... Wait, when did the screens get switched around? I have no idea, but... Fortunately, I noticed that before I got too far ahead. Okay. So I guess you're right there. Well, apparently we can't get across the river unless we bridge the gaps, so... That's a thing. Help the professor make a bridge for Maya by knocking the logs into the water. Move next to the logs and touch the hammer icon on the touchscreen to knock them over. Think carefully about the direction and the order in which to knock over the logs. Okay. Oh, Layton's got a little boat. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So, can I just knock him over? Nice. We done did it, okay. Well, I guess we're going in this direction. I can kind of link them together like this. Wait, so you only have a boat big enough for one person? Okay. Well, let's just keep this going. Kind of connect this all together, and then I can link a double bridge like that, and then link you there, go around this way to link you over here, and then go up there, and that connects it to the end. Nice.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Great! Maya and the professor made it safely across.
Yes, I can give my mistress today's report. Thank you so much. I don't know how to repay you.
It was no trouble. A broken bridge would be inconvenient to everyone after all.
By the way, what kind of task did the Great Witch give you to admit to know? Huh? What's our task? Let's see. Oh, that's it. We're puzzle solvers. Yep, that's right. Puzzle solvers. Ah, of course, that makes sense. Well, you have both performed your task magnificently. Please excuse me, I must report to the mistress. Now I can go back to truly enjoying my task. Farewell. Whoa, he's really booking it. Man, we did something really good, huh, Professor?
That we did, Miss Fay. Now let's press on with our task. Okay, well, let's head across the river and enter the mansion.
Oh, mistress.
Something happened to the Great Witch.
I went into her room, but there was no answer. Oh, mistress. Most venerable Great Witch. Maybe she's just not in the mood to talk. Everyone has their days. No, never. She would never do that. The mistress always answers us. Wow, I gotta say I'm surprised. Sounds like she's really faithful to you guys.
Maybe she just stepped out?
If she stepped out, we would know. Oh, what could have happened to you, mistress?
That reminds me, she mentioned there was a visitor waiting for her, words to that effect.
Then that visitor must still be waiting around for her, right? No, they're both inside the room. Aha, I got it! Sorry! The supposed visitor is really some shady exile looking for revenge!
Miss Fay, please refrain from putting any terrible scenarios in his head. Regardless, we must continue inside. It seems something rather serious is afoot.
Okay, let's head inside, I guess. Oh, dear lord. Welcome to the potion shop from Shrek 2.
Mistress, please answer something, anything. If something would happen to you,
I didn't know my throat could do that until just now. I do not know how. I don't know what that sounded like, but I did not know my throat could do that until just now.
Well, everyone's really freaking out.
And there's no way I could possibly replicate that if I tried.
Hey, maybe I should pretend to be Bazilla. I can be all like, silence, minions!
Indeed. I wonder what could have happened here.
Maybe she turned a visitor into a gold statue. Hopefully this one doesn't lose an arm.
Okay, I don't even, where do we, you look like the most interesting out of the bunch.
Oh, mistress, please answer what could have happened.
Excuse me, but could you perhaps tell us what is going on here?
We heard a loud noise from the mistress's room just a moment ago. We called out to her, but there was no answer. There was nothing, no answer at all. This isn't like her. A loud noise, huh? Maybe that was the sound of the Great Witch being attacked. No, to harm one as beautiful as her. What barbarian would do such a thing? But if she was attacked, that means the attacker is still. Just thinking about it makes me shake my robe. Alright, guys, first things first, we gotta get this door open. You're welcome to try, but we have already exhausted our options. You see, only the mistress has the key to this door. However, if something has happened, we had better hurry. How terrifying. I mean, please help us.
Okay, does anyone else have anything we can help them out with?
My task is quite an important one. That's a ridiculously huge pot. I wonder what they're cooking in there. You stop, do not interfere on my task. Ah, I'm sorry, I won't.
There appear to be 2 pots, each with a different substance being cooked.
Whoa, check that out, Professor. The color change. How'd they do that?
Well, I agree the change in color is rather peculiar. I'm more interested in its smell. I have a strange feeling I've smelled this very same odor somewhere before.
Yeah, now you mention it, does seem kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Okay. Is this what they lace the books with so that you fall into a hypnotic state and get sucked into the book or something? I don't know. By the way, we're still in a book world, just in case anybody forgot that.
Red flour, mix in, stir. Red flour, mix in, stir. Red flour. What? I'm out! No more stirring, no more mixing.
Are those not red flowers in that basket over there?
Red flowers. Yes, I'm restocked. Back to mixing, back to stirring.
This flower blooms just off the shore of the lake, does it not?
It would seem your task,
Or it would seem your task is to mix these red flowers into the pot, is that right?
Red flour, mix in, stir. Boy, he's seriously concentrating so hard he can't even afford to have a conversation. Wonderful weather day, wouldn't you say? Red flour, mix in, stir.
Ever the social butterfly, Miss Fay.
Lovely, okay. Were you there a moment ago? Am I blind or I might be blind, I might not have been paying attention, but were you there a second ago?
Mixed equals measures of blue and red. I can't do it.
The shade's task is going to be quite challenging for her.
Isn't her task to mix the red and blue liquids together?
Yes, they must be combined in equal measures.
They must be combined in equal measure, but no matter how many times I try, I cannot get it. Please, can you help me? Huh? You want us to help?
I must admit I am quite fascinated by the mixing process at work here. Very well, let us give her a helping hand.
Ah, so it's gonna be one of these types of puzzles, is it? Fill the 8-liter container with the Shade's top secret green glowing potion. It takes equal measures of blue and red together to make the secret potion. Any other ratio will create an explosive black potion. Touch the container to fill it, but be careful not to overfill. Okay. We should be pretty good at these from the classic Professor Layton games. And that's the green potion. There we go.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Success, but just what is this used for anyway? Probably the thing that makes the book magic. Because if Layton and Maya both smelled it before, then it's probably like the flower thing in Diabolical Box.
You actually did it. I knew you could do it, Professor. Our shade friend here looks pretty pleased.
This liquid, it has a most mysterious glow. I wonder what type of dye they used, and yet this scent, it sounds oddly familiar. Perhaps I smelled it when arriving in this town. No, I believe I smelled this scent before that even.
Mistress! Wow!
Okay, I guess I did it again.
What's wrong?
There's quite a bit of commotion coming from the entrance to that room. I believe something may have happened. Quickly, Miss Faye.
Right!
I guess we have to go in there. Maybe.
Excuse me. What gives? Could you please not scare me like that?
Oh, apologies. There seems to be a great many of you gathered here. Has something happened inside?
Something did happen. Oh, I can't even think about it. It's just so horrible. So what is this horrible thing that happened? The mistress, the Great Witch, she's gone. What?
Gone? What do you mean gone exactly? Because I somehow doubt she's dead. That doesn't sound right at all.
Oh, mistress, I knew something was destined to happen. I felt a premonition most disturbing.
Oh? Wait, she's actually dead? What? What? Wait, what?
What? Whoa, no kidding, Professor!
It would seem the Shades made quite the mess searching for the Great Witch. Let us inquire with everyone in the room to get a better understanding of the situation at hand.
Right! How about we start with that shade over there?
A good suggestion, Miss Faye.
There's no way the Grey Witch is. There's no way the grand antagonist of the game is dead just like that.
Excuse me, do you think we could ask you a couple of questions?
Unless the actual villain's gonna be the storyteller, but wow. So wait, if she's dead, then does that mean the witch trials are over? Is that how this works? I don't know what the rules are.
Could you perhaps describe to us what you saw when you entered the room?
Yes, we all heard what sounded like a fight happening on the other side of the door. No matter how many times we called out to the mistress, there was no reply. We thought something might have happened to the mistress before the door opened. When we got inside, she was nowhere to be found. You say she was nowhere to be found? And was the door closed the whole time? Yes, it was most certainly closed, but somehow this mistress managed to disappear. So let me get this straight. She disappeared from a sealed room, and then the room was found in a big mess. Professor, you know what this means? This means magic must be behind it.
This is quite a peculiar situation. The Great Witch mentioned having to meet with a visitor. Do you happen to know if that person was in this room?
A visitor.
I mean, I guess maybe they're trying to imply that she was just kidnapped, she wasn't actually killed. But that's a lot of blood in this room, my dudes.
And there are no other exits present in this room, is that correct?
Correct, this main door is the only one. Okay, so the Grey Witch and her visitor will disappear from the room. Even with all these shades around, no one saw a single person enter or leave the room.
Or perhaps, Miss Faye, this visitor simply managed to stay incognito during the ensuing commotion. That is one possibility.
Huh? What do you mean, Professor?
No one had seen the visitor prior to the incident, so even if that person was seen in this room, clearly no one would have realized it was them.
But wouldn't an outsider stick out like a sore thumb here? All the shades are just the same.
Indeed, any outsider would certainly stand out. I imagine the shades would be quick to apprehend them. However, what if this person were to disguise themselves as a shade?
Oh, you could be right. Maybe they disguised themselves as a shade right before the others came into the room.
Precisely. The rather disheveled appearance of this room would immediately draw one's attention, thus proving the perfect distraction for the culprit to hide.
Okay, so where's the visitor now?
No one has left this room since we entered. Therefore, he or she must still be in this very room.
Alright then, let's hurry up and catch him.
In order to do that, we must question everyone currently present in this room and gather some information.
What do you mean?
My apologies for troubling you once again. Could you please gather together everyone who entered the room?
Yes, right away.
Oh. Time for a puzzle. Oh dear. 5 shades enter the room. It is unknown who entered first. Touch the letters A through E on the touchscreen to see each of the shades' comments. Listen carefully and work out the order they all enter the room. The first shade to enter the room is the culprits. Thanks, I gathered that. Okay. Those whose robes were stained with colored liquid were somewhere in front and behind me. Okay, so that doesn't help us. He who stood ahead of me did not resemble me in size nor stature. Okay. So, size nor stature. So, the hats, right? Because the hats, 3 of the hats look the same and 2 of the hats are more pointier. So you have to be between D and E. And, okay. There was already someone in front of me when I arrived. A little one trailed behind me. Okay, so that means that E, wait, can I rearrange these? Okay, so E is definitely in front of B. And D can't be up here, so D's gotta be back here somewhere. If E, we'll put D there for now, until we know more. C, my robes were stained with this red liquid as I was carrying out my given task. It is unrelated, I was last to arrive. So if we take that as the truth, then what's A's testimony? One of the small ones came third. Yeah, it's, it's definitely A. He's just like, I don't know, one of the small ones came third.
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Solid detective work. Turns out the larger shade was the culprit all along.
It would appear you are not quite the same as the other shades present in this room. The one who was in this room with the Great Witch was you, was it not?
Impressive work, Sir Top Hat.
Is that the knight?
What? Well, what are you doing here?
The Great Witch's visitor was in fact you, Inquisitor Barnum.
I have to say, that logic of yours is still as keen as ever, Sir Top Hat.
Logic, coupled with careful, precise thinking, can topple any mystery. So tell us, what exactly are you doing here in this place?
I might ask the same of the two of you. How can it be that both of you are still alive? You were turned into a gold statue, and was she not sent to the flames as a witch?
Hey, I am not a witch.
This must be the Great Witch's handiwork as well.
What? No way. Inquisitor Barnum? Did you kill the Great Witch?
What on earth are you talking about? I remember doing no such thing.
You're...
Spare me. The condition of this unkempt room is but the result of its equally unkempt master.
Insolence! None shall speak ill of the mistress!
Please stay calm. Inquisitor Barnum, please tell us the state in which you found this room. Tell us what happened here.
It would seem the presence of an Inquisitor has fouled the atmosphere with the stench of distrust. Very well. I will tell you what I know.
I did not think the situation would develop to such a state. I only came seeking the one that could cast some light on the doubts that plague my mind.
It is who is this mysterious one?
You cannot say. Very well, please continue, Inquisitor. I followed them and was led here to this strange forest. That is why I was here. I was aiming to put a stop to whatever plan the Great Witch was having to concoct. So you disguised yourself in their robes and made your way here to this room in hopes of thwarting her plans. All those who doubt the storyteller and speak ill of his word are a threat to all of Labyrinthian citizens. Of course, the witch refused to speak with me, and as I reached for my sword, I lost consciousness. Perhaps it was one of her detestable magic spells.
Magic? Lies. Your words are nothing but lies.
I am true to my word. That was what happened before you forced open the door. That is why I lost sight of the Great Witch and was left stranded in this room. I intended to make my escape a quick one, in order to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. If you lost consciousness, then you did not see the Great Witch as bit, is that correct? Regrettably so.
Liar, you did it because you the Great Witches.
How many times must you accuse me? I, a court knight, is always true to his word.
Wait! How do you smell his blood everywhere?
Actually, I do not believe this is blood.
What?
I did not draw my sword and the blood should have been spilled. Well then, what is it? It could be that strange liquid we saw the shades brewing earlier.
Oh, I think you're right, it sure smells like it.
Perhaps one of these jars containing the liquid was knocked over during the struggle. Liquid must have splattered into the middle of the room, thus creating the scene we now see before us.
I see. Now that you mention it, it does look like there's a broken jar on the floor over there.
But can there really have been no other way for the Great Witch to have escaped? According to the shades, there is not. Then is the answer not clear? She must have used magic to disappear. Not quite. Are you saying this whole thing is like one giant puzzle, Professor? She managed to disappear out of a locked room with no other apparent exits. What other method could there be? Regardless, you must search the room thoroughly for any clues.
You got it, Professor. I'm positive there's a clue or two lying around here somewhere.
Indeed, Miss Faye. Shall we begin?
Honestly, the chemistry between Phoenix, okay, Maya and Layton is actually not that bad. Maya and Luke have had the best interactions out of the, okay, obviously Phoenix and Maya stand above the rest. But in terms of mixing the two groups together, Luke and Maya have had the best. Maya and Layton is up there as well. Probably because there's been no opportunity for condescension so far. Okay, so you want to examine everything? Let's start here.
Oh, what could this be?
Did you find something, Professor?
Miss Faye, please come take a look at this. It's a throne. This throne does not appear to have any other liquid on it.
Sure looks that way.
However, if we just move this to the side.
Ah! It must have gotten shoved here during Inquisitor Barnum's mad struggle. But what does this mean?
This room does not have a single drop of the red liquid on it, yet the wall behind it does. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the throne was in a different spot when Inquisitor Barnum was having the fight of his life?
Very sound reasoning, Miss Faye. And who do you think could have moved it?
Well, it must have been Inquisitor Barnum when he was battling it out tooth and nail.
'Twas not a battle fought. In other words, the only one who could have moved this throne was the Great Witch herself, and I believe moving this throne is in some way connected to what she did next.
What she did next? Oh, you mean a little Smearing Act?
Within that logic you love so much. But remember, this is the Great Witch we are discussing. She could have easily used a magic spell to disappear.
Lies, the mistress disappearances you're doing. You'll return her at once. Please bring her back to us. Yeah, you just one night, we won't forget this. Hold on a second. Whoa, where'd you guys get those weapons? Tell us what really happened here. Tell us, there was nowhere for you to run.
Just inching closer and closer.
Oh, this is not good. Inquisitor Barnum looks like about ready to rip them to shreds. Ha!
Oh! Oh!
Ah!
Oh. Oh, I thought he was actually gonna slice them in half.
Listen well, servants of the Great Witch. If you seek the truth, you must find it yourselves.
Whoa! No wonder Inquisitor Barnum is so famous for tonight. It truly is an incredible night.
I cannot waste any more time here. I must make haste and return to protect the storyteller. So, Top Hat, 'twas a pleasure crossing swords with you once again. An honor, Inquisitor Barnum. Miss Faye?
Yeah?
Your courageous acts of bravery are worthy of my respect and admiration.
Courageous acts of bravery?
That is all for now. Until next time, farewell.
He's gone.
Perhaps the good Inquisitor has anticipated the Great Witch making another appearance. He must have thought it's more important to work out her next move rather than dwell on how she disappeared. Inquisitor Barnum is set on ensuring the storyteller's safety and continuing the fight against the witches. He is quite determined to stay true to his responsibilities as an Inquisitor.
Okay, well,
Miss Faye, let us have one more good look around the room.
Right, let's find some clues.
We are certain to find something that can solve the mystery of how the Great Witch managed to seemingly disappear. Let's continue our investigation.
best guess, it's probably, this wall is probably gonna turn around if there's a bloodstain on that wall.
Hey, Rez, take a look at the wall where the chair was. Doesn't it look like that wall could be a door leading to a secret passage?
Sure enough.
As I suspected, it would seem the Great Witch did not really disappear into thin air. Although it's still unknown by what method she was able to make Inquisitor Barnum lose consciousness, we can assume she took advantage of the situation and escaped through his sinister passage.
But, Professor, even if we go after her now, do you think we'd catch her? What should we do?
I believe she intended for us to discover the secret passage. It would seem she has us right in the palm of her hand. However, if we are to discover the truth, we must continue to move forward.
You said it! Alright, let's get going, Professor!
To be continued. Okay, that part, that was actually really, really good. This game's getting really good right now. Like, shockingly good. I still have some world building questions that I hope get answered, but it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. I will say that much. But okay, so that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Professor Layton versus Phineas Wright Ace Attorney. Goodbye.